Hey, I want to share a thought that I think is relevant to today, and it's today. If you don't know, it's the 17th of Tammuz, like the beginning of the mourning period leading up to the destruction of the temple. A bunch of bad things happened today, but the root of it, the first bad thing that happened on this day, it's like the first like five or six things that the Talmud says, was when we started praying to the golden calf. That was when like Moses saw it, smashed the temples. So that happened on this date. I don't know, a few thousand years ago. And there's like this principle that the first time something happens is sort of like the root of all other times it's repeated in succession. So it's like the first of the pattern will teach you everything you need to know about the pattern. And so we can look into that situation and feel like everything that happened in the future on 17th of Tammuz, which is like the breaching of the temples, the sacrifices ending, the breaching of the walls of Jerusalem, pretty much like the things that led to the end of the destruction of the temple were rooted in what happened uh, through a few thousand years ago with the golden calf. And I think one of the problems that I is kind of clear to me is that we were praying to an intermediary, right? We were creating something that is like God but not God. And I think there's like a lot of commentaries who say like it wasn't like pure idol worship, the golden calf. It was very minor in the grand scheme of things, but they Torah seems to make a big deal about it. And I think one of the reasons is because like there's a really important lesson that we need to learn, and it's that Hashem Echad, God is one, and you always have to try to like return to that idea. And and I think it's hard though. It's I mean it's really hard to always connect back to everything, God being the source of everything, because we can't really see him. We can't see him like we see a golden calf, or like we can see I don't know, numbers in a bank account that indicate power, or like a really nice car, or a position of power like that you could have, in politics or at a company. Like these are other like intermediaries of power that seem more tangible and direct. And I think that's a really hard thing. I mean, it's really hard to like go through life and always remember that when something good or bad happens to you, or you get, the person at Starbucks like cuts you a break and gives you like a better deal, or I don't know, you find $1 in the street, whatever happens, to always remember that that comes from God. And something happened, uh, my life maybe 6 months ago, 5 months ago, that helped me like in a greater ability than I used to have before then connect to this idea. And it's this thing that comes from Rabbi Nachman, who's the man, uh, and he talks about how you should spend time each day talking to God, and talk to God in your own native tongue, whatever way you connect to God. It could be music, it could be ideally like a conversation one on one. And it's something I've been doing for, I feel like it's been almost 6 months, and almost every day, and it's profoundly changed me. I think it's allowed me to more readily know how and why I feel about certain things. It's given me like a clearer sense of like, people talk about their inner voice. When I used to hear that, I used to think that was kind of like a meaningless cliche, but I get it now. And it was only possible because at least for me, by taking like a bit of time each day, not much, just like kind of walk around the block a few times and just like opening up to God, like he was sort of like a counselor. Like, think about, I've never been to a psychologist, but in all the cartoons, you sort of lie on a couch and talk to somebody. So, it's kind of like that. You talk and you ask questions and sort of wrestle with things. And every time it happens, I get a sense of like inner peace, a sense of clarity on whatever I was confused about. And I think all that has like trained my mind better than it used to go to God for like the answers, or to see God as like the source behind everything. And I think, on this day of 17th of Tammuz, like it's a cool lesson to take with us, which is, if you really want, and if we want to be the generation that brings people back to Jerusalem, and ends the diaspora, then like, one of the things we need to do is get back to living in a way where we see God as a source of everything. And if we apply like Rabbi Nachman's like Hitbodidut concept, it gives us like a really easy and honestly like satisfying and peace driving and serenity driving pathway to reminding us every single day that God's the source behind everything. And yeah, so I can't say enough good things about Hitbodidut. It sounds weird. I know you're walking around and speaking to yourself, and at least in San Diego, a lot of people do that. But it does seem a little crazy. But give it a couple weeks, and I promise you'll start seeing results. It's the coolest thing in the world. Anyways, that's all. That's what I wanted to share. Yeah, I hope everyone has a great day.